Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we are going to continue our season rank climb using the team that we built from scratch. Now in episode 3, we hit Master Ball rank, which is great. And in episode 4, we fell really far from where we wanted to be. For last episode, we went 1 and 4, which is terrible ranking, but it was a humbling experience nonetheless. It's something that needed to happen. Now, I do apologize ahead of time that if I sound off, I'm tired, not feeling too well, but I'm here to record and bring you guys some content. And I do apologize for not releasing anything on Saturday. The podcast ran a little bit longer. I woke up later because I'd been playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my friends quite a bit and lost track of time. The game was quite fun, but we're not here to listen to that. But if you guys want to see my progress in that game, either solo or with my friends, let me know down in the comments down below and I'll record something for you guys to watch. Otherwise, what we're here for is some Pokemon battles. The only announcement that I have for this is I will be recording matches earlier throughout the week so that I can have time to watch the World Championships later on this week. So they premiere on the 10th of August at 4:30 p.m. PST, and I will be paying attention to them throughout the day and the time that they're live streaming. You guys will not miss any videos from me because I will be recording quite a bit. And even today, I think I have 2 or 3 required today so that you guys will have half the week, and I'm going to be releasing something on Sunday so that you guys can get something for me missing Saturday, because usually I upload 6 days a week, but I missed it last Saturday, so you guys get an extra one. So there's that. I don't know what we are for rankings, but we are doing really well in hitting our sub YouTube goal, which is 400 for the month of August, and we are currently at 368. Now, we used to be higher, but I do apologize. People do leave, and I'm sorry that you left, but I hope that you'll come back and enjoy the content later on. So without further ado, let's go back into Pokemon Scarlet here and have ourselves some good matches. Just don't forget, leave a like on the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, leave a comment down below. I do reply to any and all comments you guys leave behind, and subscribe. And if you want to prove my uncle right, hit the bell so you get notified when I release content. It does help out the channel quite a bit. And again, we're trying to hit 400 subs at the end of August. Let's get into it. All right, our first match is up. We've got, ooh, okay. Thundurus, Galarian Arcanine, Meowscarada, Sandy Shocks, Sneasler, I think it's Sneasler, and Iron Valiant. Okay. Interesting. So how do we deal with this assortment of Pokemon? I know that Galarian Moltres, I don't think it's an ice type anymore. I know it's flying, but I don't know if it's ice. Safe to say it's probably best to come in with Iron Hands in that case. Meowscarada could also be a problem with Flower Trick and stuff. I don't think. Oh, maybe Urshifu would be weak against that quite a bit. I guess we'll walk in with Tornadus, Iron Hands, Chien-Pao, and Dragonite. I think that's who we'll walk in with. We'll leave Fluttermane in the back as well as Urshifu. I don't think that they're going to be helpful here. Even though Fluttermane could do like quite a bit on that side of the field, I think Iron Valiant would still be weak against their Pokemon, or my Pokemon, but I'm not 100%. At any rate, we will see what we do for this match. Meowscarada and Iron Valiant. Start us off. Okay, Quark Drive activates on Iron Valiant, raises its speed. So we need to then use Tailwind. We could taunt the Iron Valiant. I think that's the buff Pokemon over there, but since its speed was heightened, I don't think it's going to be doing anything but buffing. Or not, it's not going to do anything. It's going to do everything but buffing. It could still be a Pokemon that's really, really helpful, but anyway, I'm going to do that, and we're going to bake out the Meowscarada. Because I don't think the speed tier for Iron Valiant is higher than Tornadus right now. I'm going to double check that. Wide Guard from Iron Valiant, which is totally fine because I'm doing a fake out instead on the Meowscarada. Possibly pop in the Focus Sash. And I'm going to use Tailwind instead. I mean, it was a good strat, Iron Valiant, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that was the one that you needed to do. Now I'm going to taunt the Iron Valiant so it doesn't do anything. I don't think it's dark. That's another thing I should look at. Is Iron Valiant dark? She is not, so I don't have anything to fear for that. But Meowscarada is, until it changes its typing. But I'm going to Drain Punch. Actually, Heavy Slam might be more beneficial, but I don't like... Yeah, Heavy Slam. No, Drain Punch. I'm already going into Iron Valiant, so I don't want to double into one slot in case a Protect happens. But this shuts down everything else that Iron Valiant could do. So Taunt goes to that slot. Moonblast will now hit Iron Hands, which will not do a whole lot of damage. Meowscarada will use Play Rough. Changes its type to Fairy. Goes right into Iron Hands, which will knock it out, which is unfortunate. Even under Tailwind. Even under Tailwind. That's interesting. Bring out Dragonite now. Bleak Wind. And we will Terra Normal, Extreme Speed. No. Terra Normal. Stomping? I mean, that's not going to do anything, right? Iron Valiant gets Quick Guard, which is what I'm trying to avoid. So yeah. We'll do that. We're going to Terra Normal, and then we're going to go into Stomping Tantrum. In the event that they do use Quick Guard, but they also cannot use it. Sandy Shocks comes out next, which is totally fine. They're going to Terra, and it's going to go into the Iron Valiant. And it's going to be Ghosts. So it was a prediction there. Since they can't do anything to stop the priority, they can't do anything to prevent it, so to speak. So I'm going to play into it, kind of, but I'm going to use Stomping Tantrum instead. Because I don't need to use Extreme Speed in this case. I've got Tailwind up. Bleak Wind hits Iron Valiant for a lot. Drops its speed a stage, and here comes Stomping Tantrum. Now they could be thinking that I might just be a regular Dragon Dance set, or just someone that is a complete moron, but that doesn't matter. I'm neither one, by the way. I'm just trying to outsmart my opponent by making them think of something else, since this is a closed bracket battle and all. So who do you bring out? You knocked out one of my Pokemon, and you did it really, really well, and I have to applaud you for that. Okay, Sneasler comes out. I'm going to Bleak Wind again. That's going to do a lot to the Sneasler. And Stomping Tantrum to Sandy Shocks, and I should be faster than that Pokemon since no Photosynthesis went out on that slot. And I think I am faster just under Tailwind alone. Sneasler will protect, which is totally fine. Sandy Shocks has not done anything yet, but Bleak Wind will go off and will miss Sneasler, but will hit the Sandy Shocks. Does very little damage still, but Stomping Tantrum will come in and knock out Sandy Shocks. Whew, Tailwind is gone. But now I've got 3 Pokemon to their 2, and Meowscarada is reset to something else now. I'm going to activate Tailwind again. Stomping Tantrum. And I'm going to hit the Sneasler. Now, Meowscarada is going to change the type once more. I don't think it gets a fighting type, but it may. Don't check that real fast. I already clicked in, so I can't change anything. Here you are. It does not... Well, it does get low kick, so it could change itself to fighting if it taught at low kick. You can also do low sweep. Sneasel will protect. It does fail. You can also learn Aura Sphere. Ooh. Meowscarada can get Aura Sphere? That's dope. Stomping Tantrum will go right into the Sneasler. And we'll knock it out. Nothing on the Meowscarada so far. Flower Trick. Protean changes it grass type. It's going to hurt Dragonite because it's an auto hit, auto crit. I can't do anything about that. But now since it's grass, it can't do anything else. But neither can I, unfortunately. We're gonna swap out to Chien-Pao because we know that we could survive a move. So we're good. I think we got this fight. It's pretty one-sided. Now, Meowscarada could have Overgrow, but it's gonna be hard. Bleak Wind, boom, knocks out Meowscarada. There we go. And down goes the last Pokemon of this team. And we did it. Alrighty, we've got Fluttermane, Hisuian Goodra, Water Tauros, Cinderace, Brute Bonnet, and Iron Hands. So it's a wide assortment of Pokemon. I don't necessarily know what the deal is here particularly, but we do have a couple of Pokemon that we do have to worry about. One of them being Brute Bonnet, who's part Dark type. I can't taunt him, so I'm gonna have to just work around that somehow and not worry about it as much. But Cinderace is a really strong Pokemon, and I mean, Water Tauros is fairly decent to deal with. I guess the Pokemon I'm worried about the most is most likely the Hisuian Goodra. He's so bulky, so tanky. It takes forever to knock out. But in this case, since I got Fluttermane, I have to try to outspeed that Pokemon regardless of what I try to do. So I'm going to do Tornadus. I'm going to bring in Iron Hands to fake out the other Pokemon, then knock out the Fluttermane if I possibly could. Chien-Pao to counter out Brute Bonnet, and Dragonite to counter out not only Iron Hands, but Hisuian Goodra. And it can also do quite a bit of damage to the Tauros, but Tauros is also going to have Intimidate, most likely. I mean, you could have Anger Point. I think that's like a really good move to have. But is that enough to where you can survive? Cinderace and Iron Hands, both shiny. Congratulations. All right, so what we're gonna do first is set up Tailwind. Yes, Tailwind, so that I outspeed their Iron Hands, and then I'm gonna fake out Cinderace. Okay, they're gonna swap. Let's bring out Tauros, Intimidator for sure. Also shiny. Fake out Tauros, that's totally fine. I hurt myself with the Rocky Helmet. Interesting. Their Iron Hands hasn't moved yet. Wild Charge. Boom. Right into the Tornadus, it's gonna knock him out. That's totally fine. Iron Hands gets hit by the recoil. Okay. So now my Dragonite comes out. And I'm going to then click Stomping Tantrum right on that. And I'm going to Thunder Punch the Tauros. Now I don't use Wild Charge just because of the recoil. The recoil to me does a lot more than I'm willing to give. They withdrew the Tauros so that they can get another Intimidator off. In comes Fluttermane. Stomping Tantrum on the Iron Hands, which is not going to knock him out, but gets pretty close. Thunder Punch. No Paralyze. Drain Punch. Does very little to my Iron Hands. But now I do this. Terra normal, stomping tantrum. Oh, that's a good question. Fluttermane's gonna outspeed me, so Iron Hands is in danger right now. Switch to Chien Pao. Switch to this. We're gonna Terra. Dragonite's gonna become normal. We're gonna continue doing Stomping Tantrum. Because right now, Chien Pao is gonna automatically survive one attack. And we're gonna hit Iron Hands out of here, so he's not gonna attack this turn. And if Fluttermane does anything, Dazzling Gleam comes out. It's going to take Chien Pao to 1 HP, but it's not going to be enough to knock it out. Tauros to bring out the Intimidator. That switch in was probably set up for extreme speed. But I'm going to hit the Tauros and I'm going to Sucker Punch the Fluttermane. Withdrew the Fluttermane, so that's a good call. Going to bring out Cinderace. Sucker Punch will fail. Aqua Jet knocks out the Chien Pao. Stomping Tantrum will now knock out Tauros. Does not. And Dragonite was hurt due to Rocky Helmet. Okay. Iron Hands now comes back out. Stomping Tantrum will hit Cinderace. And I'm going to Heavy Slam into Tauros, thinking that it's going to switch out again. It's either Cinderace or Tauros that's going to swap out right now. And it would be beneficial if either one of those did get swapped out. Tauros will protect. Pyro Ball from Cinderace. Right into the Dragonite, what's going to knock him out. It's probably Life Orb. But my Dragonite's attack and speed specifically, so it's not meant to handle like a lot of moves. Heavy Slam goes into Tauros. So maybe Fake Out should have been there, but I was worried about the switch in regardless. So I'm going to Drain Punch the Tauros. It's probably like the best one that I can get HP from. I'm going to Terra. And it's going to be Cinderace. And it's going to be Ghost. Thinking that I will attack into that slot. Not bad. Pyro Ball. Iron Hands does survive. Does get the burn, so there goes that match. I mean, we were done as soon as Tornadus got knocked out. No, not as far as that. Excuse me. As soon as Chien Pao got knocked out, I should have protected instead, but I didn't know that they would swap. Like, it was kind of 50-50 there. Okay, next match, we've got Typhlosion, Dragonite, Basculogen, Kleavor, Tornadus, and Chien Pao. So not necessarily the same build type, but probably the same build type. Kleavor's going to be the problem here since we can get out of Chien Pao's and Tornadus' shadow pretty easily. We're going to get Tornadus and Chien Pao. Fluttermane in the back for Dragonite switch-ins. And we'll bring in our own Dragonite so that we can take advantage of extreme speed here. Now, Typhlosion is Ghost, so we do need to keep that in mind. But I can still knock out targets that are not Ghost in a reliable time frame. So that's what we need to work out. Any defensive terras on their team would probably Tornadus. You could still do Dragonite and Chien Pao if you so choose. I don't think it's the best ones in his case, but then we got Tornadus and Typhlosion. Okay, I'll bring out Tornadus and Chien Pao. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and tail. I mean, no, do we need? We don't need to Tailwind. I'm gonna Rain Dance because they're gonna have to Tailwind to get faster than me, and then I come in after that. So I'm gonna Rain Dance to lower down Typhlosion's shenanigans because he's gonna use Eruption, and I'm gonna Sucker Punch him right in the face. Typhlosion will protect, so that's a good call on their part. I'm gonna Rain Dance. Sucker Punch will fail. Rain Dance. Make it Typhlosion's attacks weaker, and they're gonna taunt. I'm totally cool with that because they didn't get Tailwind off. I mean, they still can, don't get me wrong. But I can swap out and do something completely different. That might be the case here, but I also don't want to make sure that I don't want Dragonite's multi-scale to be procced. I have no way to get it back up to full HP if it does. Bleak Wind will happen there. And Sucker Punch to the Typhlosion. I do not want this Typhlosion to attack. Typhlosion will double protect, and it fails, but that prevents the Sucker Punch from happening. They'll use Tailwind, so they'll go faster, which is totally fine. But now Bleak Wind's gonna come in and does quite a bit of damage. Now, since Typhlosion has been hit, I don't have to worry about him too much, and Tornadus got -1 in speed. That's actually really, really good. Let's go ahead and take out Tornadus now. Ice Spinner should... It's probably not. Shadow Ball is going to come out from the Typhlosion into the Tornadus. Isn't going to do a whole lot. Bleak Wind on their side is going to knock out my Tornadus. Chien Pao will stand tall. My speed did fall after that. But now here comes the Ice Spinner, which is going to knock out their Tornadus. The one time I'm not expecting him to actually do a move, he does a move. Chien Pao comes out on their side. Fluttermane comes out on mine. Now they're under Tailwind, so I have to be very, very careful of what I do now. My speed was heightened. Terra Fairy, Shadow Ball into Typhlosion, and I'm going to Sucker Punch into Chien Pao. I'm assuming they're going to Sucker Punch the Fluttermane to knock it out because most Galks do not survive a Sucker Punch, but I will survive somewhat with a Terra Fairy. Fluttermane, so hopefully that works. Typhlosion will protect, which is totally fine. Chien Pao will Sucker Punch, and I do survive. That's what I was worried about. Oh, they're faster. Oh, okay. That's good to know. That's actually great to know. Okay, I did 60 damage. So that's good. It's interesting. Moonblast into the Chien Pao. Sucker Punch into Typhlosion. Sucker Punch into Typhlosion. There you go. Go down. Chien Pao Secret Sword into my Chien Pao, which will knock it out. It's unfortunate, but it has to happen. Moonblast into their Chien Pao. Bring it down to its sash. And the rain stopped. And their Tailwind's gone. In comes Dragonite. And in comes their Cleavor. This is going to dictate the rest of the game. Shadow Ball does do a little bit of damage, just it's effective on both. I have to worry about being Sucker Punched, but I don't really have to because Dragonite's on the field now and he can easily do his shenanigans. We're gonna Terra Moonblast into that slot. We're gonna Extreme Speed into Chi and Pao. Oh, neither one of those affect Cleavor too much. Interesting. Yes, Extreme Speed into Chi and Pao. Chi and Pao will protect, which is totally fine. It's the better call, honestly. It's the way better call. Here comes Moonblast from a Terra Fairy Fluttermane right into Cleavor, which is going to knock him out. Woo! I'm not sure when, but we were able to pull this match back into our favor. Moonblast and Chi and Pao, Extreme Speed into Chi and Pao. Battle's canceled. I mean, it was a lose on their part. I got locked into Extreme Speed. I can't switch out after that. All right, next match is up. We've got Iron Hands, Vivillon, Fluttermane, Urshifu, Indeedee, and Chi and Pao. Okay, so we've got an Intimidator, Fake Outer, someone that deals with priority, and someone that abuses priority. Now, because, oh, that's not female, that's male. Oh, interesting. It still has Trick Room, by the way, so we will have to play around that a little bit, but 3 out of the 6 members are slower, and then the other 3 are faster. So I don't think that's going to be the case there. I do believe it still gets Psychic Surge, though, so that's something else. I'm not 100% sure how to prep for this team, but we're going to bring in Tornadus and Fluttermane, Iron Hands. I mean, they have their own Iron Hands. Okay, maybe we'll bring in our own Chi and Pao. Who knows? I mean, they do have Urshifu. We'll bring in Iron Hands and Chi and Pao. We'll leave Urshifu and Dragonite in the back. I'm leaving those 2 in the back because of the fact that even though that I can use Extreme Speed, I don't think it's going to be beneficial here. Having Tornadus, though, makes it so that I outspeed them a lot of the time. Oh, that's a shiny Rayquaza. That's so dope. I can't read any of those, so it's Urshifu and Iron Hands, and that's a Rapid Strike, so that's cool. So Fake Out does not work against Fluttermane, and it's not going to work against Tornadus either because of the fact that we've got double negates over on that end of the spectrum. Now, I do not want to use Rain Dance because it's going to really benefit the Urshifu quite a bit. But my first turn at this point is not Tailwind. I don't need to use it. So it's going to be Bleak Wind. And I'm going to then use Moonblast. Should I Terra? Iron Hands is going to knock out Tornadus, so I really want to be down. No. Terra Normal or Terra Ghost, and we will then double into Urshifu. I'm going to Terra now, so if it is Wild Charge, Tornadus will survive, because Wild Charge will knock it out. It doesn't live for very much longer after that. I do take out the Terra from Fluttermane, which is terrible, but if it is Fake Out, I ignore the Fake Out. No Fake Out. Moonblast goes right into Iron Hands, almost knocking it out, though. That is really, really high. Bleak Wind will now come in after that, knocks out the Iron Hands, and knocks Urshifu down to its sash. Holy cow! I thought I doubled into Urshifu, not knock out Iron Hands right off the bat. That's dope. And here comes the Surging Strikes onto the Fluttermane, which is going to knock it out. Fluttermane goes down. Tornadus stands tall. And we're just going to... Oh, that's a good question. We'll go into Iron Hands. Let's not overdo this. Let's go into Iron Hands. They're gonna bring out their next Pokemon, which is Chien-Pao. Totally fine with that. We're gonna Tailwind to negate the attack over there. And we're just gonna go right into... Actually, we're gonna fake out... No, he's gonna protect. He has to protect. He has to know protect. We're gonna Drain Punch the Chien-Pao. Yep, there it is. Knew it. Knew it. Detect. I'm going to Tailwind so I become faster than the Urshifu on that side of the field. The only time that I do not is if it's what am I thinking of? Drain Punch right into Chien-Pao. It's going to take all of its HP because Focus Sash is on a completely different Pokemon. That's dope. Oh. The only time that Urshifu would outspeed a Tailwind boosted Iron Hands is if it is Scarfed, but it's not because it used 2 moves. Fluttermane now comes in with the booster energy active and speed was heightened. So now Tornadus is in danger. He's in a lot of danger. I will swap him for Chien-Pao. And Iron Hands is going to go right into Fluttermane. Heavy Slam and all. Its speed's is heightened. I can't do anything about it. But they're going to tear it. It's going to be the Fluttermane. And you're probably going to be Fairy. Yep. Dazzling Gleam. My side of the field's going to knock Chien-Pao down to its 1 HP due to Sash. Surgeon Strike's going to go on the Urshifu or on the Iron Hands, which is going to knock it out, unfortunately. Please don't. Stand tall. He does with 5 HP. Let's go. Here comes the Heavy Slam right into that Fluttermane, which is going to knock it right out. 5 HP with a Dazzling Gleam. Oh, this barely survives. All right, Chien-Pao, just go ahead and Sucker Punch him. And I'm just gonna Thunder Punch him right in the face. Sucker Punch, boom. Urshifu goes down. That could have been so bad. That could have been so bad. I swapped out of Tornadus. I did have another Pokemon in the back, but that could have been bad. All right, our last match of the day is here. Oh, we got Serena, Chien-Pao, Basculegion. This is the female form, I believe. Might be the male form. I'm not 100% sure. Golden Go, Pelipper, and Toxicroak. Now, Basculegion is a note here, guys. I'm just gonna bring him up right now. He should be a water type, might be fighting. Basculegion, there it is. So we go to the Basculegion. The male form is the red one, the female form is the purple one, I believe. Oh no, it's the red one is the male one, this one is the female one, and this one's got Swift Swim and also Adaptability and Mold Breaker. So this is the one that you'll probably want to watch out for the most. It's the more bulkier one, I think. Nope, scratch that. It's the more attacker one. So it's 120 HP, 112 base attack. So there's that. Because of that, we're gonna go into Tornadus and Iron Hands. So I can take out that Pelipper. We're gonna go ahead and grab Chien-Pao first, and then we're gonna grab Urshifu after that. We'll leave Fluttermane in the back because Toxicroak is going to knock her out pretty pretty good. I think he's poison something. I know that he's poison. I don't know his other typing. Oops, wrong one. Toxic Croak is poison fighting. So it would be kind of weak against fairy, but he'd be neutral to it because poison's resistant to that. Okay, so Serena is going to have Queenly Majesty, which is going to negate priority moves on that side of the field. So I'm not going to worry about it as much. Instead, what I'm going to do is just Tailwind so that I'm faster. And then I'm going to Drain Punch Chien-Pao. Now, Queenly Majesty does prevent Taunt. It becomes a priority move after that. Now, Serena could also have another move, which is, or not move, but ability, which is Leaf Guard or Sweet Veil. It's probably not going to have Sweet Veil. Sweet Veil, it prevents itself and its ally from falling asleep. And Leaf Guard prevents that Pokemon from being affected by status effects during strong sunlight. So it's okay. Drain Punch is not going to do anything to this Chien-Pao because it just Terra Ghost. So that was a waste, but I'm going to Tailwind all the same. I'm going to get knocked out here from this Chien-Pao with Ice Spinner. And goodbye, Tornadoes. But all the same, Serena is going to be a little bit of an issue now because it's, again, most likely we'll have Queenly Majesty. Power Whip on that Iron Hands does do quite a bit of damage. We're going to bring out our own Chien-Pao. And we have Tailwind, so we're going to do a lot of damage here. We're going to Ice Spinner into that slot. And I'm going to swap into Urshifu on Iron Hand's side, which is a terrible decision, but I'm assuming that Chien-Pao is going to knock out Serena. It could have the Sash here, but Chien-Pao is also on the field. Most likely will also have the Sash. No item went off when they attack, so I just have to kind of play it safe. Here comes Urshifu. They'll protect, which is totally fine. Ice Spinner right into that slot. Again, I can't use any priority moves until they'll Sacred Sword into Chien-Pao. My Focus Sash will keep me alive, though. So Ice Spinner will now go back into the Serena, and I will Searching Strikes, actually Terra Water Searching Strikes, into the Chien-Pao. This match could go out of favor. I think right now we're 2-2. No, this is last match. I think we're 3-1 so far. I'll have to look back at the footage, but I believe we're 3-1. We might be 3-2 though. Withdrew Serena to bring out a new Pokemon, which is totally fine. Baskia Legion. I'm going to Terra. Sucker Punch might be coming out here from that side of the field with their Chien-Pao. There it is. Boom. I'm not sure why I thought differently, but that's okay. Serena swapped out, so we can't do... Oh, Chien-Pao is Life Orb. So Serena had the Sash. So I wouldn't be able to knock it out one turn anyway. So it's a good call by them by not sacrificing it right away. But Chien-Pao is now going to go down. Oh, look at this. Iron Hands is still in here. That's dope. Serena now comes out. Queenly Majesty is active once again. But I'm going to... How long do I have of Tailwind? Last turn of Tailwind. I'm going to Drain Punch. Basque Legion doesn't affect it because it's ghost type. Thunder Punch into Bascio. And I'm going to Surging Strikes. Well, both of them might actually be a benefit. Drain Punch to Serena, Surging Strikes into the Serena. Surging Strikes, it's now going to pop the Sash. Bring it down to half. Less than half. Citrus Berry, so it doesn't have... Okay. Neat. Hit the Pokemon 3 times. Drain Punch right after that. It's gonna get a little bit more HP for the Iron Hands here. Shadow Ball from the Bascio Legion. That's terrible. That's a physical type, not... That's a physical type. Why did you go special? Is there something that I don't know? Not sure. And Talon's gone. Yeah, I was gonna Thunder Punch the Basque Legion. Withdrew Serena. Golden Go comes out next. Good call. Shadow Ball. I don't think I'll live for this one. Nope. Nice try though. Let's bring up my Notion thing so I can keep track of all my matches for today. Check this. There we go. All right. So looks like we went 3 and 2 for today, ending at 14 and 11. Still at the 56% mark, so we are above our total average of how we ended the season for 8, 6, and 7, which is great. Okay, so Basque Legion, I think we should talk about her for a minute. So Basque Legion, being a water type, the female, is going to also have characteristics of there we go, female. So it becomes a water ghost type. Now the female version is 120 HP, like I stated before. Oh no, I'm sorry, I read the wrong one. It's 120 in HP and then 100 in special attack, and then right below that it is 92 attack for its base. So it did pick the right move set there. I was a little confused. For the female version, it still has Swift Swim, adaptability, and Mold Breaker. So Swift Swim doubles the Pokemon's speed in the rain, and the number to beat while in the rain is 286 for those at home. But I believe the male version is what you want to try to beat for that number, I think, at least I think. But it's not with like a heavy speed investment. Even when you look at the stat line in Cerebi, the max stats that it could have at 50 is with neutral, right? No EVs or no nature. Sits at 83 to 130, so double that, and you're looking at 166 to 260. But 286 is the speed tier that we need to beat, which is the max investment at level 50, being at 91 and 143. So that's where that 286 comes in, which a lot of players do build for, and they do have rain teams for that. But I think they were trying to thinking that I would use Tornadus to set up Rain Dance to get, you know, Urshifu with just a little bit more power. But when you're dealing with Basque Legion, you just kind of want to keep in mind that not having Rain Dance is the best thing, and just having Tailwind instead. I love Tailwind. Tailwind is awesome. I am a Tailwind player. If not, I'm a Trick Room player. So it's either one. I do have both teams built, so that's interesting for me. Anyway, so that's the highlight. There, we're gonna highlight our opponent's Pokemon, and this is gonna be Basque Legion. Let me know what you guys would do for that Pokemon and how to build it, and what would you do to change it to make it a little bit more VGC viable. Obviously, it's in the Master Ball tier. It's a really good Pokemon, but it does have its flaws, and I kind of want to know what you guys think. But that being said, that is the end of today's video. I want to thank you all for watching as long as you have. Please do not forget to do all the YouTubey things. So it is the liking of the video if you liked it, disliked it if you disliked it, subscribing to the channel would also be would be very, very helpful. Like I said, August, we're going to try to hit 400 subs. And by the end of the year, we'd like to try to hit 1,000. Don't think we're going to hit that, but we had a big blow up in, June. So why not? So I think it's very possible. It's very feasible, but I can only do that with your guys' help, and any help that you put in is definitely appreciated. Leave a comment. I do reply to any and all comments, and I do produce 6 videos a week for Pokemon content. So I'm hoping you guys like the videos that comes out, but for this week you'll have an extra because I couldn't upload on Saturday, and it's not because I couldn't, I didn't. Remember, I ran out of time and I didn't want to bring out a video at 7 p.m. for you guys to watch. So I just preemptively said I'm not going to do it today and kept on with the podcast and what I had throughout the day because I just woke up late. If I didn't wake up late, I would have been able to do it, but I woke up really late. So there's that. Other than that, have a good one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So get it done. Let's go through it. The new week is here. It's going to be a hard one. No one likes Mondays. Anyways, have a good one. I'll see you then. Peace.